place. James P. Johnson's comes through. The members of Duke Ellington's band, you never saw Duke Ellington, but you saw Sonny Greer, Russell Procope, you saw Johnny Hodges and Wellman Broad, and you see all the members of Fletcher Henderson's band. You're elbowing these people. You're getting to meet them, and they're looking at you, and they're telling them people that this is Danny Barker, this is Paul Barber's nephew. And they look at me, how you doing, kid? You know, one of the things. And next time they may say hello to you.
Check one,
But
two,
everybody's looking to speak to somebody who is an upper level of them. They're rather going to spend much time with somebody who's a little lower financial than them. You dig levels right away. When you see Jelly, you see class. Jelly Roll's got these high-powered clothes on, man. Clothes you never seen, shirts and cuff links and big diamond ring on his finger and beautiful shoes. And there was Mabel who took care of him, like I told you about Mabel. Mabel was a pretty little woman. She was a showgirl, and she was in that life of what you call the brothel brigade, and doing everything. He didn't even play Tiger Rag, which is a speeding number. He played that as a medium tempo thing because they want to dance. See, not like they're dancing. The man's over here and the woman's 5 feet away. In them days, you grabbed a woman, you held her, she held you, and something about two bodies bouncing together that causes friction, and there's a lot of hands moving and patting you on there. Put your hands down and stop that, and you might move your head from my face like that, and all. That's the kind of talk you hear. People having a good time. He called me hometown. He said, hometown? He said, I got some work. He said, you just got here, but I need some musicians. They ain't gonna play my music. They ain't gonna play. They ain't gonna play. They ain't gonna play. That's Out jazz. They don't have hurry. Looking for new songs. The blues recording people looking for new artists. Everybody looking for something new. And you wear out quick there. If you ain't careful. So you keep on. You got to try to stay up there. You got to be in a hurry. If you slow down, you get pushed in the mud in the river. Get out of the way. Subway is like a challenge. You get on the subway, you got to move in. No white car or black car. Everybody's on the car. Richest to the poorest, huh? All kinds of nations. You just squeeze in that subway, and you're looking in the face of a Brazilian, talking to another Brazilian, and the subway is moving, and you're trying to get to your destination. So that's New York City, and it keeps you alive and alert. And my wife came down to stay with her mother, so she ended up being down there for almost 9 months, see? Mm-hmm. And I'm still, existing alone, My daughter's married, she's in Rochester, so I'm there alone, see? So I said, how is it down in New Orleans? She said, oh, it's nice. I said, what you mean nice? She said, well, you don't have all them signs to look for
white and colored and all that business. You sit anywhere you want, and you feel more comfortable. Because, you know, for years in this country, blacks always had to look for the sign if we was welcome, or if you stay, or don't stay too long, or you stay and you leave in a hurry. That was the pattern, you know.
Right.
So here she said, well, things is nice down there. I said, how's the work? How the people? They said, they got, well, you know, if you like it down there, you can make it. I wanted to start a band, you know, like 4 pieces or 5 pieces. But I couldn't find a trumpet player. All the trumpet players, they weren't leaders there. There was something wrong with them. They had they was boozers, or they were henpecked, and their wives beat them, go upside their head, and they had to listen, with, you know. So it was a problem. So I figured the only way to get a band is produce some trumpet players. And I saw my third Mardi Gras back here, and I saw St. Augustine's brass band had about 75 trumpet players in the band. And the next year they had, you know, maybe 65, 75. I said, where the hell all these trumpet players went to? Huh? One of them, half a dozen of them probably would like to play some jazz, not as a living, but extra, you know, pleasure. So I inquired. In the meantime, I joined a little Baptist church. I liked what I heard the sound around the corner from my house. I was Catholic. I said, well, let me go with the Baptist people. So I went with the Baptist people. And the minister, Reverend Andrew Darby, he saw me and he spoke to me, and we got up a little conversation. He was interested in a religious man talking to a jazz musician, you know. And I was finally, he was in sympathy with jazz and jazz music. And I said, your church swings out. He said, well, it's the spirit of the people. I said, a little more than the spirit, Doc. It's that feeling. They get down. They got to get down, congregation. Finger popping. And he laughed. He said, yeah, we sure have, come to think of it. So he said, you know, there's a little kid down the block, a little Leroy, I hear him practicing his horn all the time. And it's 4 or 5 of them. I don't see them, they can get together. They've been doing it about almost a couple of years. I said, why don't you go and talk to them? Maybe start a little church band. Yeah, you know, we swing out too, you know. So I said, okay, I'll think about it. So I'm thinking about getting me a couple of half a dozen young trumpet players, because the kids are learning quicker. They're quicker than when I started.
Right.
So I spoke to little Leroy, and he said, yes, Mr. Barker, that's your name? I said, yes. He said, well, okay, I'll start rehearsing. I'll get them together. So in about a week's time, he had about 12 of them there, and they were playing. I made them all play the melody of the Saints. Everybody blew the lead. Oh, when the Saints. A little bass drum, I showed him how to grip that second line beat. And a big old bass drum I found from me, hit it, and the kids was running from all directions back there to know where the band was. We had a block and a half from the Seminole Project, man, and they was coming in droves to see where was that line at. And the next thing you know, they had a audience every evening. And they learned, what a friend we have in Jesus, closer walk with thee, saints go marching in, didn't he ramble? All them real kick-up tunes. And the next thing you know, they had a celebrated concert every evening on St. Denis Street, one block from the Fairview Baptist Church. So that's how it started. The next thing you know, they start playing church affairs. Played a couple of funerals, you know, them poverty-stricken funerals, you know. They sent away a brother in a minute, you know, with some music. Yeah. I got them uniform caps, white shirt and blue pants or black pants. And the parents liked it. Some of the parents didn't want the kids playing that what you call devil's music. It's music of the devil. They ain't going to lead them straight way to the hellfire furnace of Hades. I said, well, you must have courage, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. So out of that, now there's about 16 young brass bands. It was a revival. And I still can't find me a trumpet player.
Maybe one day.
He'd jump up and it's too late now. I don't need them. I get me a harmonica player. I'm down south. Father's people were Baptists. My mother's people were Catholics, so I was between two religions. And I learned the procedures and the practice of both religions. My father's people were from New Iberia and Crowley, and on Generate and all that business. And they cooked country food. So I learned about country food. I go downtown to my mother's people. My grandparents, they served and ate the finest of Creole food. So I was between, the two cultures. This was a good time town. And we were under Spanish and then French culture. And those people loved to have siestas. It's not a high school thing like English or Irish, It's French, it's Latin. And they want to celebrate all saints' days, and holidays. At least anything happen, they celebrate. They want to celebrate it. Let's have a party. They celebrate the dog's holiday. The dog's birthday, let's give fight or anything to have a party. Let's give the cat. Menu here, let's give him some cat food, piece of fish. Huh? Celebrate birthday. That's what this town's all about. I had 4 uncles. Paul Barberin, Louis Barberin, Lucian Barberin, Willie Barberin, and me. See, I'm with them all the time, so I was another Barberin. And there they are. They say every day somebody died in New Orleans, and every day there was a jazz funeral most times. Because the benevolent societies, we didn't have big insurance companies like the National or the Prudential or etc. You had these benevolent societies. They buried their members with music, most of them. And they said, well, so-and-so, they're going to take James Brown today. When are they going to take him out? I said, yes, a time to use. They're going to take him out Wednesday. Where at? Well, they're going to meet at Labatt's funeral for Paula, or Logie May's funeral for Paula, or Geddes and Moss and Willis. And as of today, the undertakers are familiar with this procedure of burying their members, male members, mostly with music. And you went there and you heard what time they're going to leave, and you went there and followed the procession. And that was done damn near every day. People don't realize it. But we counted, there must have been 150 more benevolent societies. Not all of them went through that practice. But that's who buried you and looked out for you. There might be 500 or 600 people following this funeral on a weekday. And you pass, you're playing a dirge, and you cross one of those thoroughfares, Claiborne and Seminole, and you're holding up traffic. You say, who's dead? They say, it must be a big man. They say, no, it's a Shoeshine Willie on the Shoeshine stand. He died. And all these people out there, well, they're sending us his last public appearance. I was playing a ukulele. And I had a spasm band, they call them, little makeshift bands all over New Orleans. There's little makeshift groups. But we played in the bar rooms and we played in the yards. Or if you're going to have a party, you can't afford a band, you get the spasm band. We were somewhat recognized, respected. Played some music, and we learned them more Creole songs, El Abba. And we sang them songs, Little Liza Jane, and Shake It Up, Bum, Bum, Shake It Up, Bum, Bum, people dancing. Any kind of little music was respected in New Orleans if it had some substance to it, and that's what we had in this music. New Orleans music I played with my little band, substance music, and make people shake and wiggle and wobble and carry on, see? And we'd play parties, and they'd say, well, we give you 75 cents a piece to come over to the party. Say, double mine. I'm a band leader, so I get $1.50. And we go play this party. Real professional at that level.
Right.
You become a professor. Give us some music now. Russell had sandpaper.
Make me a pallet on the floor. You can make it high, psst. You make it low. You can put it behind the kitchen door, but make me a pallet, psst, on the floor. When you say ham fat, well, you had a trombone in the band that takes some ham fat. Not in the
How y'all doing today? Fantastic. Nice to see y'all. We're going to do a more trad-leaning set for those of you familiar with our kind of obscure classic country affinity for Willie Nelson set. We're going to keep it a little more trad and sprinkle some Blue Barker in and out. We're going to start out with a Blue tune called Handy Andy. I'm simply crazy about my Andy. He's just another word for candy. He always views me like saying, Dandy, Handy, Andy, and my...
Taught me to learn how to play different styles of music and enjoy my life with the music. People just groove out. Put that wrong. Raymond. Armando's Roomba, y'all, Chick Corea. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, on the tenor saxophone, New Orleans is on. Real homegrown. Roderick Poland. Yes, indeed. On the bass, the world's greatest, New Orleans' own, Mr. Chris Severin. Yes, indeed. On the piano, the great Mr. Kyle Roussel. Thank you. Yours truly on the boom boom. King of Tremere, Shannon Powell, y'all. Yes, indeed. Wow. Moving right along, y'all. Peep this out. Wow! You don't have no time. Blame it all on Shannon, y'all. We ain't got that much time. Blame it on Shannon Bernard, y'all. Blame it on Shannon. Yeah. We're going to do this tune before we get out of here and bring up the one and only Miss Charmaine Neville, y'all. Wow. We're going to do this thing, the New Orleans National Anthem. No, I got all men. up in the days. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be able to be up here with these great musicians. We're going to close out with the New Orleans National Anthem, the best song in the whole wide world. The second line, y'all. Oh, look out there, y'all. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Yeah, we're doing the second line. We're doing the second line. Second line from your house to mine. Where y'all at? Yeah, second line. Second line. Mama, we doing the second line. Second line. Yeah, second line. Your house to mine. Yeah, we gon' jump, shout, wave our hand, wave our flag like we just second line. Where at this devil? Second line. Come on, get some. Second line. Your house to mine. Charmaine Neville, y'all. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. All y'all in trouble now.
Right down the street from your house and mine, I heard somebody holler second line. They say, shake that thing,
Shake that thing.
shake that thing.
Shake that thing.
We're gonna second line right down from your house to mine. Old Miss Maddie sitting in her chair.
Yeah.
She dropped the sew and then she hit the chair. Trumpets blow, tubas wail. The drummer's got the beat, you know, and it's there for the second
Come
line.
on now.
Hey,
Come on.
second line. What we gonna do? We gonna jump, shout, wave the flag, twirl it up, brother, like it's got legs. Second
Second
line,
line.
second line.
Yeah.
We gonna
Second
second line. Your house to mine.
Give her a hand. Give her a hand. Charmaine Neville. Oh, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Go ahead. Original solo right there. Yeah, jump, shout, wave our hand, wave our flag like a dead dog. Second line. For the window. Yeah, second line. Yeah, second line. Your house to mine. Come on, mama, shake that ass. 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 Shake, shake, shake. If it's your last dance, dance. Get up. Your last dance, dance. Get up. It's your last dance, dance. give him a hand, y'all. Thank you very much. Danny Barker.
We love you, Danny Barker. Come on, y'all, give it up for Mr. Shannon Powell, King of the Tremaine, and his awesome, awesome band. Give us a few minutes, grab yourself something to eat, something to drink, and we're coming right back with Miss Charmaine Neville.